Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's Facebook Live. Tonight is a little bit of a special one for me. Hopefully, I'll see you all joining soon. But yeah, tonight's a bit of a special one for me because last night there was the Australian Beauty Industry Awards, and wow, all I can say is what an amazing feeling I had yesterday, being not only just the finalist, but actually being the winner for the Best Educator of the Year for 2021. So anyway, if you've just joined me, I will wait for a few more people to join on. If you've just joined me, I'm going to put a link down here so I can see who is typing and who is commenting, and you'll be able to see that pop up in a second. But if you've just joined me, say hello, leave your comments in the comments box there for me. But first and foremost, my name is Nancy Abdou. I'm the CEO and the founder of the Australian Dermal and Laser Institute, where we deliver all sorts of training from my very favourite, which is IPL, right through to a laser hair removal, laser tattoo removal, needling, plasma fibroblasting, epiblading, radio frequency, fat cavitation, and everything in between. And so I've just poured myself a little bit of a bubbly here since we couldn't do this in Sydney. So maybe, I don't know, in the next few weeks, a few of the runners up and the finalists and the winners, we can all maybe have a dinner together to actually celebrate properly and dress up. I miss dressing up. Who misses dressing up? All right. So a lot of you may or may not know my history, but I know a lot of you actually don't. I know a lot of people think that I work solo, but I don't. So let's just start from the beginnings. My degree is actually in education. So I did my degree many, many years ago. Geez, a long time ago, 25 years ago. And I studied and received my Bachelor of Education. I majored in science. And from there, my own business journey started. So I actually started off having a clothing business and opened a second one, then went from that, when I finished my degree, to having a mobile phone shop, believe it or not. Fixing phones actually and selling phones, and from there I started my training journey and training my staff, and also having my own business too. So it kind of went from one business to another until I fell into the IPL business and beauty industry. So had taking an interest in that, and my sister and I ended up buying our first Palomar Starlux device, and ended up doing my diploma of health science or beauty therapy. And so from then my business or skin clinic business journey started. So when I provide my training, it definitely comes from a place of both clinical experience and also a way to teach. So I didn't, wasn't just haphazard that I started in the education arena. It was actually something that I always loved doing, which was teaching, which is why I did my Bachelor of Education. But anyway, nonetheless, my sisters and I opened up several clinics we actually ended up at one point having 15 locations across Melbourne, downgraded that to 12, and of course we had no lives, and so we decided to sell. And so a year after I sold, back in 2010, I then started training for the Global Beauty Group. So many of you have the Global Beauty Group devices, and that's probably where that journey initially started. So the Global Beauty Group, thanks to Kane and Gary, that training journey started for me. I was there for 7 years, loved every bit of it, even all of the travel. I travelled all over Australia and New Zealand. wrote many of their protocols and training manuals. And then about 3 years ago, we went our own way. I got the 7-year itch, I guess. And so from then on, I now train independently. So, and of course, it's not just me. We have trainers in most states in Australia, and we have trainers that fly to New Zealand as well. But we have a little home-based team here. And without my home-based team, which we have, first and foremost, my daughter, Yasmin, looking after all the IT, looking after graphic design, anything that you see on our new website and the old Tadley website and the Plaquespot website, that's all Yasmin's doing. Social media tiles, basically, like I said, anything IT, I can thank my daughter for that. And not only that, she's actually just finished her nursing last year. This is her last year, and she will start her grad year, which is her 4th year at Austin Hospital next year. So not only does she help me with the business, but she's also completed her degree in nursing. So I'm very proud of you, Yasmin. And so, yeah, she's been everything to me, my rock and my inspiration, and why I do what I do and work so hard. It's for us. So I've got Yasmin helping me a whole heap, and I'm sure there's so much more that she does with the business. But I also have Nina. Nina used to work with me as the clinic coordinator over 10 years ago, in fact, at Facial Attraction, which is where I had my skin clinics. And that's where we first met, and she was amazing then, and she's even more amazing now, like a good fine wine. She's evolved, and really I couldn't be running the Australian Dermal Laser Institute or Plaquespot without her. So thank you so much, Nina, for being part of the journey and for allowing me to do what I've done best and to get to where I am today. So that's been amazing. Brittany also is our coordinator and is our trainer. And again, my relationship with Brittany goes a long way back. We've always gone along, and she's become an integral part of Tadley and what it is today, of course. So thank you to both of you for putting in all the effort and for everything that you do. And then we have Nikki. Nikki joined the Tadley family not long ago, but Nikki looks after Skin Individual. So it's another brand that we have. And she looks after all of the accounts and formulations and all of the skincare, I suppose, foundations and training and the evolution there. So, Nikki, without you, again, Skin Individual wouldn't be where it is. I know you and I work so hard and tirelessly to deliver the best in skincare to our, our clients. And then, of course, we've got all of the trainers around Australia. So the list is pretty long. This is so I don't forget anyone. And I want to thank all of you for being such dedicated and amazing trainers, of course. So in Western Australia, we have Belle Macri, who teaches a number of things, actually. But pretty much IPL, we've got plasma, we've got needling, so the list goes on with Belle Macri. And who joins her over there in Western Australia for Tadley is Fiona King. So Fiona King has been with Tadley even before she moved to WA. She was actually our trainer here in Victoria. So both Belle and Fiona, thank you for being part of this journey as well. And of course, we've got in Sydney, we've got Daniela Bibiano, we've got Natalie Henry, we've got Sandra as well in Sydney, all amazing trainers. So if you do any training in Sydney, we have 3 spectacular trainers over there who, are just amazing at what they do. So again, without my Sydney trainers, we couldn't have done this. I couldn't have done this without you. In South Australia, Heidi, oh my God, from Skin Optics is another favorite. Actually, you're all favorites. I can't, like, you're all my little, children, and I can't, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh my gosh, I've lost for words. I love you all equally. So Heidi from Skin Optics is our South Australian trainer. And then Queensland, Mimi Chambers. So Mimi is looking after Queensland. And again, another spectacular trainer who's really, really passionate. Like, if there's passion, there it is right there with a capital P. And of course, we've got some other contractors. We've got Layla Sanchez in Sydney. We've got Sarah Haddo, who's in Melbourne. Hopefully I haven't missed anyone. And so that's our team. And like I said, without my team, my Tadley tribe, I definitely couldn't have done this without you all. So I just want to say thank you to all of my trainers. I also want to say thank you to you guys who watch me every Monday night, or who inquire about training and who actually go ahead with the training with us. So again, without you, it wouldn't have been possible. So I've got an audience who's receptive, who's eager and hungry to learn. And, it makes my job so much more interesting when you're there and you just want all the information and you're eager and you're keen and your interest is just, I'm very passionate about delivering to you the most updated, information and training and, material. So thank you to all of you who are watching. I really feel honoured, by you all, that you actually believe in me and that you want to learn from me and from my experience and my clinics. The other thing is, and if you've just joined me and you haven't known, I'm going to announce again because I'm allowed to, that, 2021 ABR Best Educator of the Year. So that was announced last night. And to all the other finalists and winners, you've all done so well. I'm proud of each and every one of you. I think you all rock. And certainly last but not least, I want to thank my family and my friends and everyone else who has had a little or a big part in the success that, I'm feeling right now, and just how far I've come along, whether it's my soul sisters or my real sisters or my parents for giving me the tools. I want to say thank you. And, education is such an important thing. I think, you're only as good as your last educator. Not even your last educator. You're only as good as, the person who's teaching you. I've always said that you can have the most expensive piece of equipment. It could cost you $400,000 or $300,000 or even $200,000. But if you don't know how to use it, you're not going to know how to get the best results for that particular client. You're not going to know how to manipulate settings. You're not going to know how to use that device with other devices in your clinic. And that's my point of difference. I've been very fortunate to work with many manufacturers and learn from amazing trainers that I've come along, and met along the way. And I've had all sorts of different devices that some manufacturers have allowed me just to pull to bits to really understand it and ask all the questions. And I've been able to impart with that knowledge to you so you're able to get the best out of your devices. So I also want to say thank you to the manufacturers who all took me in and on and let me pull apart their machines. It's very rare to have that privilege, and I really feel honoured that people trust me to do that. So anyway, hopefully I've given you a little bit about myself and how I've come about. I've been training for 10 years now, and before being a solo trainer, I was training in our clinics too. So I've been doing this for 20 years. Hopefully I break down the information that's easy for you to understand, for you to be able to relate or relay back to your clinics and your staff and your essentially your clients, because they're the ones that are paying you, really. So hopefully I've been able to deliver information to you that is really useful. And I love getting your feedback, whether it's, you know, positive or whether it's constructive. Every feedback, every bit of information that I get makes me a better person and makes our trainers better people. I wish I could see whose everyone's comments are, but it looks like yeah, there's a couple of people saying thank you. Not thank you, but congratulations. But I thank you. All right, tonight is a really short, sharp, quick one. It was just really to give you a rundown of who I am, because a lot of you actually don't know. You may have heard of my name, but don't know my roots or don't know how I actually started in training and education and coaching. So hopefully that gives you a bit of an insight. If you're in Victoria over the next few weeks, you know, it'll be good to catch up with you all now that our borders are open. And again, can't believe we did this during a pandemic. Now this is one to remember. So again, to all the finalists, well done. And I'm sending you all my love. Enjoy your Monday evening. Enjoy the rest of your week. We're not far off Christmas. What is that? 5 weeks, and we're in Christmas. 6 weeks. We're at the end of the year. Let's make it a smashing one, everyone. All right. I will see you next Monday night. Have a good evening, and again, thank you for your support. 2021. This is it. All right. Good night. Mwah.